You are watching Trends. Every Thursday, we take a peek at the future to see what's ahead of us. Today, we're looking at the death of social media influencers, the rise of the Mediapreneurs. Welcome to Alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. Hello, Aluxers. We are glad to have you back as we dive into one of the most relevant topics of this generation: social media and this new breed of internet personality trying to figure out where they fit into the marketplace. In this video, we try to break apart an industry that has been and still is experiencing a meteoric rise in the past few years, what this means for businesses, for influencers, and by the end of this piece, you should have a clear understanding of where things are going. Let's begin. Introduction. First, let's define the basics. A social media influencer is a person who gets paid to promote certain products or services to their follower base on media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and so on. Brands have large marketing budgets that they spend trying to get in front of as many potential customers as possible. Back in the day, this used to happen in newspapers, then commercials on TV, then blogs, and now the latest iteration of this marketing model is by getting people to endorse their products. Brands spend this money with the hope of driving more sales. The rise of social media value. In the advertising space, there are two main factors that decide the value of a partnership: trust and attention. Statistically speaking, 92% of consumers trust peer recommendations over advertising. Basically, you're more likely to buy a product if the recommendation comes from someone you're familiar with than if you saw it on a billboard. This behavior is what gave us the entire concept of online reviews, and they proved to be incredible. 84% of people trust online reviews as much as friends. The second part of this equation is that of attention, or eyeballs you have on you. If it wasn't clear by now, social media is the new TV. As of 2009, the winner is clear. Although this has already happened in the developing West, the shift continued on a global scale. Users are now spending an average of 2 hours and 22 minutes per day on social networking and messaging platforms, and that number is growing quickly as more and more developing countries are jumping on the social media bandwagon. This takes care of the second part of the equation. If someone could leverage both trust and audience reach, it would be a perfect fit for advertisers. Influencer marketing is not new. You might associate the term influencer with the online medium, but actually this has been happening for centuries. In order to sell people on an idea or goal, sometimes organizations aligned themselves with individuals who had trust or likability. Just to give a couple of examples, every church out there has leveraged the image of a person to gain more traction. If you really think about it, Jesus Christ was the OG influencer, despite only having 12 followers in the beginning. But if you look into it, you can see these partnerships throughout history. 1890, Nancy Green becomes the face of Aunt Jemima. 1905, Fatty Arbuckle and Murad cigarettes. 1931, Santa promotes Coca-Cola. 1950, the era of the Marlboro Man, which marked the aggressive start of brands partnering with celebrities to sell more products. 2010, the age of the Old Spice Man. Present, the age of the social media influencer. Influencer marketing is nothing new, it's just evolving. Social media influencers and getting paid. Internet platforms have democratized attention distribution, meaning everybody has access to almost the same type of tools and to their large audience. All you have to do is be interesting enough to draw people in. Because of this, some people have garnered quite large followings, and they're seen as authority figures in the industry. These are the folks that have seen incredible success because they managed to get both the ingredients of a successful marketing product: trust and attention. companies were thrilled when they discovered they could pay a lot less to these people than they used to pay on traditional media and see greater returns. But just how profitable are these campaigns? Well, really profitable. As of 2015, businesses are making $6.50 for every $1 spent on influencer marketing. But the main challenge is finding those influencers that actually have both the right audience and the type of relationship with them to drive sales. The aim of influencer marketing is to identify the influencers in your niche and make them work for you by promoting your brand. There are no barriers to entry, but there are barriers to getting paid. Unless you're positioned correctly and took the time to build the trust with your community, you'll not be able to drive results for your business partners. That's why we chose not to take any partners in the first few years of YouTube. Only after we established ourselves did we partner up with Audible, Shopify, and NordVPN, 3 incredible services which we personally use. The way this works is we negotiate a deal that is benefiting all 3 sides. The company gets exposure and new clients. The audience gets an exclusive deal to enjoy the service at a discount or for free, and we get paid a commission when we drive a sale. This is called affiliated marketing. The equation is pretty simple. As long as the company can make more money than they pay you for endorsement or promotion, they will keep coming back for more. Market saturation. This rush for internet gold has driven people to try and play the system. This has driven an influx of copycats of everything that's been seen as successful. People are going to extreme lengths to drive up those follower numbers, usually disregarding completely the other element of the equation, the one of trust. These days, every influencer's profile on Instagram is looking almost the same. People travel to the same locations, to take the same photos, and color them the same way using the same Lightroom presents. The problem with this is there's no differentiation between these influencers and the products they put out. In the same fashion, we're seeing copycats of successful businesses, which leveraged the reach of social media. That's why every fitness influencer is promoting skinny tea or fit tea. That's why everybody's promoting some sort of teeth whitening product, and so on. This rush for digital gold has given rise to pretenders and those looking to get rich quick. Most traditional brands have no way of discerning between the valuable influencers and everybody else who's playing the system. The internet is filled with services to buy likes, followers, subscribers, and more, so anybody can fake digital fame, but you cannot fake real influence and trust. This has led to the saturation of the marketplace by wannabe influencers because it seems like an easy job to do, but there's more to it than pretty pictures. Survival of the fittest. A couple of days ago, a story broke about a massive Instagram influencer with 2 million followers who was unable to sell more than 36 t-shirts of her clothing line. Her case isn't unique. On the other end of the spectrum, you have the likes of YouTube superstar Mr. Beast, who's made millions selling merch alone to his dedicated community who chooses to support him. The difference between these two lies in the community they've managed to build. People who are actively supporting the creator and are willing to put their money where their follow is. We're starting to see the first marketplace correction, where because now we have too much supply, the demand can be picky about where their attention and money goes. Those who build fragile business models will struggle to survive this media crash, while the real ones will continue to thrive. Mediapreneurs are the future. A mediapreneur is someone who understands their community and leverages their media content in order to pursue personal entrepreneurial objectives. Basically, why promote someone else's product when you can create and promote your own and keep all the profit yourself? YouTuber Casey Neistat sold his company to CNN for over $20 million because of his social media influence. Rand Fishkin turned Moz.com from a personal SEO blog into a $120 million SAS company. Chiara Ferragna built her own massive fashion brand as the original Instagram fashionista. Beauty gurus like Jeffree Star built their own cosmetics brands, which are now worth in the hundreds of millions of dollars. We've even seen the first social media billionaire in the likes of Kylie Jenner. And these are just a few examples of people who are taking this industry to the next level. Building an actual company on top of social media success is going to prove incredibly difficult, especially for those who are in it just for a quick buck or don't have the proper skill set to navigate this environment. Conclusion. We're on the verge of a complete transformation of this industry. Social media is no longer the alternative, it's the main marketplace for attention. Both brands and influencers need to shift their behaviors to accommodate for this change. May the new social media games begin. Question. We're curious to learn more about your experience. When does an influencer lose their credibility in your eyes? If you have any examples, please join the conversation in the comments. Let's see if we can figure this out together. And as a reward for watching this video until the end, you get access to an exclusive piece of content. Bonus. The value right now lies in micro-influencers, people who have a following of less than 100,000, but really high engagement. The two most profitable platforms are YouTube and Instagram. With less than 100,000 followers, you can bring in between $50,000 and $100,000 per year by being laser-focused on the niche and audience you've built. This is because companies would rather pay small creators a couple of $1,000s than to throw all of their budget into a big creator who's promoting new and different products every day. If you do happen to grow, stay true to the values you've built your brand on, and the community will follow. At least, that's what we've been trying to do here at Alux. If you've watched this video until the end, please write "new media" in the comments. We know this isn't a Sunday video, but we worked really hard to make this the best possible video on the topic, and we want to see who in our community is still active. Thank you for spending some time with us, Aluxers. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpicked these videos for you to watch next. As always, the conversation continues on social media. Thanks again, and we can't wait to have you back tomorrow.